The Beretta 92 is a series of semi-automatic pistols designed and manufactured by Beretta of Italy. The Model 92 was designed in 1972 and production of many variants in different calibers continues today. The United States Armed Forces replaced the Model 1911 A1.45 ACP pistol in 1985 with the military spec Beretta 92F, the M9. Although only 5,000 copies of the original design were manufactured from 1975 to 1976, the design is currently produced in 4 different configurations and 4 calibers: 92 series in 9A, 19mm Parabellum, 96 series in .40 S and W, 98 series in 9A, 21mm IMI, 98 and 99 series in 7.65mm Luger. History: the Beretta 92 pistol evolved from earlier Beretta designs, most notably the M1922 and M1951. From the M1922 comes the open slide design, while the alloy frame and locking block barrel were first used in the M1951. The grip angle and the front sight integrated with the slide were also common to earlier Beretta pistols. Perhaps the Model 92's 2 most important advanced design features appeared on its immediate predecessor, the 1974.380 caliber Model 84. These improvements both involved the magazine, which featured direct feed, that is, there was no feed ramp between the magazine and the chamber, and the magazine was a double-stacked high-capacity design, a feature originally introduced in 1935 on the 9mm FN Browning High Power. The Beretta 92 first appeared in 1975 and was designed by Carlo Beretta, Giuseppe Mazzetti and Vittorio Vall, all experienced firearms designers on the Beretta design team. 92. Production began in May 1976, and ended in February 1983. Approximately 7,000 units were of the first step slide design and the rest were of the second straight slide type. The total production was 52,000. 92s. In order to meet requirements of some law enforcement agencies, Beretta modified the Beretta 92 by adding a slide-mounted combined safety and decocking lever, replacing the frame-mounted manual thumb safety. This resulted in the 92s, which was adopted by several Italian law enforcement and military units. The later relocation of the magazine release button means these models cannot necessarily use later magazines, unless they have notches in both areas. 92SB, the extremely rare 92SB, initially called the 92S1, was specifically designed for the USAF trials. The model name officially adopted was the 92SB. It included the changes of the 92S, added a firing pin block, and relocated the magazine release catch from the bottom of the grip to the lower bottom of the trigger guard. 92SB Compact, shortened barrel and slide. It was replaced by the 92 Compact L. 92F/92G. Beretta modified the Model 92SB slightly to create the 92SBF and, later, the 92G for French government testing, by making the following changes: design of all the parts to make them 100% interchangeable to simplify maintenance for large government organizations. Modified the front of the trigger guard so that one could use finger support for easier aiming. Recurved the forward base of the grip to aid aiming. Hard-chromed the barrel bore to protect it from corrosion and to reduce wear. New surface coating on the slide called Bruneton, which allegedly provides better corrosion resistance than the previous plain blued finish. 92FS, the FS is an enlarged hammer pin that fits into a groove on the underside of the slide. The main purpose is to stop the slide from flying off the frame to the rear if it cracks. This was in response to reported defective slides during U.S. military testing. 92A1 and 96A1. The 92A1 was introduced in 2010, based on elements of 92FS and 92. The overall shape and styling builds on the 92FS, with an accessory rail on the underside of the frame. Internal design reflects the 92. Model 96A1 is a 92A1 variant chambered for .40 S and W. It has been speculated that Beretta would include 92A1 and 96A1 variants with heavier Brigadier slides, but this has not been verified. Design. The Beretta 92's open slide design ensures smooth feeding and ejection of ammunition and allows easy clearing of obstructions. The hard-chromed barrel bore reduces barrel wear and protects it from corrosion. The falling locking block design provides good accuracy and operability with suppressors due to the inline travel of the barrel. This is in contrast to the complex travel of Browning design barrels. The magazine release button is reversible with simple field tools. Reversing the magazine release makes left-handed operation much easier. Increasingly, it has become popular to reduce handgun weight and cost and increase corrosion resistance by using polymers. Starting around the year 2000, Beretta began replacing some parts with polymer and polymer-coated metal. Polymer parts include the recoil spring guide rod, which is now also fluted, magazine release button, magazine floor plate, magazine follower and the main spring cap lanyard loop. Polymer-coated metal parts include the safety levers, trigger bar, slide lock release and disassembly latch. The 92 also spawned several variants of similar internal design. The Beretta 92 is a full-size variant of the 92 series with a redesigned slide and a redesigned aluminum frame with an internal recoil buffer, user-changeable monogrips and an accessory rail. Variants. The Beretta 92 is available in many configurations, each with a distinct model name. Combining the various options results in more than 50 different configurations, but the major variants are defined by their operation caliber, operation and combination of optional items, calibers. Each model name starts with 2 digits identifying the caliber: 92 chambered for the 9A, 19mm parabellum, 93R, chambered for the 9A, 19mm parabellum as above, but capable of semi-auto, or 3-round burst. Weapon was originally equipped with a 13-round magazine and a 20-round magazine, as well as detachable whipstock. The R stands for Raffica, which is Italian for burst. 96, chambered for the .40S and W, introduced in 1990. 98, chambered for 9A, 21mm IMI. This option was introduced in 1991 for markets where it is illegal to own a weapon chambered for a military cartridge such as 9A, 19mm. Essentially, this is the case of Italy. There were also about 5,000 early 98F manufactured in .30 Luger. Operation F models, also known as the 92 SBF. The model 92F has a double-action first trigger pull, followed by a single-action trigger pull for subsequent rounds. The F and FS models have a safety lever that also functions as a decocking lever. G models. The G models were adopted by the French military as PAMAS. They feature a manual decocking lever only instead of the safety decocking lever of the 92 FS. When the decocking lever is released, it automatically returns to the ready-to-fire position. There is no manual safety. DS models. The DS models are double-action only pistols. The hammer always follows the slide forward to come to rest in the double-action position. The hammer spur has been removed, and is flush with the rear of the slide. The manual safety lever on the slide provides the same function as it does on the 92 FS. D models. The D models are also double-action only pistols. They are identical to the DS models but without the manual safety. Centurion models. These pistols offer the frame of the basic 92 FS model and the reduced length of the compact version. Special G Centurion, DS Centurion and D Centurion models are available in some countries. Competition conversion kit models. The standard model can be converted with a special conversion kit into a competition target pistol. The kit includes a 7.3-in barrel with counterweight and elevated front sight, a fully adjustable target rear sight and ergonomic walnut grips. Target models. Designed for competition shooting, these models meet all UITS standards for large-caliber pistols. They differ from basic 92 FS in the following aspects: 150-in barrel, with aluminum counterweight sleeve, fully adjustable target rear sight, ergonomic walnut grips with orange peel anti-slip finish. Inox models. The Inox models feature the following parts made in stainless steel: the barrel, the slide, the trigger, and slide stop lever. Options: Brigadier, 1993, 60-gram heavier slide and 1 mm wider to improve control when firing multiple shots in quick succession. It also includes removable front and rear sights. Elite I, 1999 Euro 2001, pistols with this option include the heavier Brigadier Brunet and slide with front serrations and Elite designation, inox finish stainless barrel, thin skeletonized hammer, and bevel of the magazine well. A flat hammer spring cap was standard as well as the decock-only feature and dovetailed front sight. It was introduced in 1999 and replaced by the Elite II option in 2001. Elite IA, 2001, this option is essentially a black Vertc with a Brunet and Brigadier G slide having the Elite 1A designation and a thicker skeleton hammer. The 4.7-in stainless barrel with inox finish was also changed to the black and stainless version like black Vertcs. Elite II, 2001, this option replaced the Elite I option in 2001 and includes the same features as the original Elite Plus removable Novak type sights, extended magazine release catch, checkered front-rear grip strap, thicker skeletonized hammer, and lighter D-spring. This option is available only with the stainless G model slide, also with front serrations. The stainless barrel for the Elite II has a target crown. Inox, present, stainless barrel and slide. Can have either black or stainless controls. Compact L, 1992 Euro, shorter barrel, slide, and more compact frame. Compact Type M, 1992 Euro, similar to the Compact L, but has a slimmer grip that accepts only a single stacked 8-round magazine. Centurion, 1992 Euro 1998, shorter barrel and slide, but with standard-sized frame that has a slightly shorter dust cover. CB, 1992 Euro 1993, single action only. It is designed for sport shooting and includes a front barrel bushing for improved accuracy. Stock, 1994 Euro, heavier Brigadier slide. It is also designed for sport shooting and includes a front barrel bushing for improved accuracy. Combat, 1994 Euro 2001, heavier Brigadier slide, single action only and also designed for sport shooting, including a front barrel bushing for improved accuracy. It also came with an additional longer barrel that was weighted. Millennium, 2001 only, a limited edition commemorative model manufactured in 2001, featuring the heavier Brigadier slide. Only 1,000 Millennium pistols were initially imported into the United States, the other 1,000 were sold throughout the rest of the world. The Millennium also has a frame-mounted safety. Steel Eye, 2004, nickel-plated carbon steel, single action only, collector's model. Edit, both single action only and single double action variants exist. Also used and desirable for competitive shooting because of his steel frame, the frame-mounted safety and Vertc-style grip frame that are all found to be desirable features in a competition gun. Optional magazines, to keep in line with the introduction of laws in some locations restricting magazines that hold more than 10 rounds, Beretta now manufactures magazines that hold fewer than the factory standard 15 rounds. These magazines have heavier crimping to reduce the available space while still keeping the same external dimensions and ensuring that these magazines can be used on existing firearms. Italian magazine manufacturer Mec-Gar now produces magazines in blue and nickel finishes with an 18-round capacity, which fit flushing the magazine well on the 92 series. Mec-Gar also produces an extended 20-round blue magazine that protrudes below the frame by 3 or 4 inch. These magazines provide users in unrestricted states with an even higher capacity. 93A machine pistol. The Beretta 93A is a significantly redesigned 92 to provide the option of firing in 3-round bursts. It also has a longer ported barrel, heavier slide, fitting for a shoulder stock, a folding forward grip, and an extended magazine. Unlike other Berettas in the 90 series, it is single action only, does not have a decocker, and very few are around today. Copies. The Beretta 92 was designed for sports and law enforcement use and, due to its reliability, was accepted by military users in South America and other countries all over the world. A large contract for the Beretta 92 was with the Brazilian Army, for which Beretta set up a factory in Brazil. This factory was later sold to the Brazilian gunmaker Taurus. Taurus makes these pistols without the need for a license from Beretta since their design is based on the original Beretta 92, whose patents have since expired. The .92 can be distinguished from its modern Beretta counterpart primarily by having the safety mounted on the frame as opposed to on the slide like the Beretta. Though mechanically similar to the original, the PT-92s differ from the early 92s by having a trigger guard similar to the modern 92s and a magazine release in the same place as the modern 92s. Turkish companies MKEK and Girsin has been manufacturing a copy of the Beretta 92F as Yavuz 16 for the Turkish Armed Forces and General Directorate of Security. There has been speculation that these were being made under contract from Beretta. Some of these pistols were imported into the United States by the company American Tactical Imports as the American Tactical 92 or 1892. Yavuz 16 was exported to Colombia, Georgia, Malaysia and Syria. France has made licensed copies of Beretta 92FS as the PAMASG-1 and the French M92 is now in use in the armies and law enforcement agencies, only to be replaced by the SIGSP 2022 in the National Police. Taiwan had made Beretta-like pistols namely the T-75 pistol while South Africa had produced the Beretta under license since 1992 as the Vector Z88, and the batches are used by the South African police. Egypt had produced the Beretta under license as the Helwan 920, and Chile also made copies of the Brazilian .92 for its army use. Users, see also, Beretta 92 models, Beretta 93R, Taurus .92, references. Further reading. External links, Beretta 92 at the Internet Movie Firearms Database, official Beretta 92 page, Beretta USA page, diagram of Beretta 92 dead link, details on the Beretta 92, a short story of the 92 and its derivatives, free videos of Beretta 92/96 disassembly, how to make the 92 FS 9mm shoot, performance shooter, October 1997, Beretta 92F exploded view parts diagram from American Rifleman.